Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the most important topic of our sociology, that is formal and informal organization of workforce. UPSC will ask this topic each and every year in one format or in the another format. So we will discuss formal and informal organization of workforce, and UPSC will ask this topic in two format. First they will ask you in 10 marker question. If they will ask you in 10 marker question, then you have to write not more than 150 words. So in 10 marker question they will ask you simply what do you mean by formal organization of workforce, or simply what do you mean by informal organization of workforce. And now when they will ask in 20 marker question, then they combine both the topic and they will ask you what do you mean by formal and informal organization of workforce. So in this lecture we will discuss only one topic, that is what do you mean by formal organization of workforce, the first topic. Okay, so what should be the structure of this topic, formal organization of workforce? First we will going to start with our introduction part, then we will move to our body part, and then we will discuss conclusion. So, formal organization of workforce. The formal organization of workforce introduction. So, in introduction, we will define what do you mean by formal organization of workforce. So, according to, we have to write each and every topic, each and every answer in sociological manner. So, you can't write in a GS type. All these topic you can't write in the exam in a GS manner. So, we will discuss what do you mean. We will discuss what should be the introduction. So, according to David Silverman, formal organization of workforce simply means it is a system of control and coordination. Formal organization of workforce is a system of control and coordination, and it is those organized sector which are governed by various laws of the land. This should be your introduction. David Silverman. So formal organization is a system of control and coordination, and it is governed by our various laws of the land. In introduction, now we will provide some data in this. So according to Ministry of Labor report, Ministry of Labor report 2012, in India the workforce is about 487 million. Indian workforce is about 487 million according to Ministry of Labor report 2012. 487 million workforce, and out of this only 28 million means 7.5% of our total workforce lies in the sector of formal organization. So definition, then statistics. Now the concept of formal organization of workforce in sociology was first introduced by Weber in the form of bureaucracy. So we will also make some diagram here. If you make such type of diagram and such type of representation, then you will get 1 mark extra than your competitor. Definitely you will score more than 300. So in this diagram we will write formal organization of workforce. Take, make some arrow. Write here mutual system of command and obedience. So in introduction we will discuss David Silverman Ministry of Labor report, and now some statistics with the concept was first introduced in sociology by Max Weber. Example, bureaucracy. System of command and obedience, you have to make this flow chart and this triangle. Formal organization of workforce. So our introduction is over. See the level of the introduction. If you write such a heavy introduction in each and every topic, then definitely you will get very good marks. So our introduction is over. Now we come to our body part, formal organization of workforce. So in our body part, we will discuss the characteristics features of our formal organization of workforce. So in GS type we will discuss the simple characteristics features of our formal organization in India, but we will discuss in a sociological manner the formal organization of workforce. So according to Burns and Stacker, we will discuss thinker Burns and Stacker. Body we will discuss character. According to Burns and Stacker, listen, Body characteristics features of formal organization of workforce, and according to Burns and Stucker, he gave two ideal type of formal organization of workforce. He gave two ideal types of formal organization of workforce. The first is mechanistic and the second one is organic. So according to him, formal organization of workforce can be divided into two parts, two categories. The first is mechanistic and second is organic. So we will discuss the characteristics feature of mechanistic organization of workforce and second organic organization of workforce. So in mechanistic organization of workforce, what should be your characteristics? Specialized division of labor. Second is hierarchy, rigid hierarchy. The third is responsibility. As for example, bureaucracy. The best example. जहाँ आप लोग को आगे बढ़ना है, आगे जाना है, लबासना. So bureaucracy is the best example. So characteristics features of formal organization of workforce, mechanistic organization and organic organization. So in this specialized division of labor, मतलब जिसको जो काम है वो अपना काम अच्छे से करता है. Means each and everyone is performing his duty in a very defined manner. So this is all about your specialized division of labor. High rigid hierarchy. It is a chain of mutual command and obedience. अगर आपका senior कुछ बोलता है, you have to follow the rules and regulation. Very rigid hierarchy found in mechanized organization of workforce. The third is responsibility. Each and everyone has the responsibility which is attached to the post, not to the individual. Said for example, you become the district collector of a particular district. So there are some responsibilities that is not individually for you to perform. It is the responsibility of a district collector to perform that. So a specialized division of labor, rigid hierarchy and some responsibility, and best example is bureaucracy. So we will discuss the concept of Burns and Stucker, mechanized division of labor, and now organic division of labor. So in organic division of labor, here this is called specialized division of labor. यहाँ हम लोग लिखेंगे no specialized division of labor. The second is very low level of hierarchy and rigidity. Take C, less responsibility, and D. In organic organization of workforce, in organic organization of formal organization of workforce, there is no specialized division of labor. The second is low hierarchy, very less hierarchy, and no rigid hierarchy. And the third is less responsibility. And in D we will write consultation. So in this there is a command. Your senior told to you, you have to follow these rules and regulation, go and read a particular minister. But in this consultation, we will consult each other, then we will follow the rules and regulation or whatever. So here there is command and here there is called consultation. So what should be the body? The characteristics feature of the formal organization of workforce. We will discuss mechanistic organization and organic organization. In this, three characteristics features and there are four characteristics features. So formal organization of workforce introduction is over, body is over, then we are going to write the conclusion part of formal organization of workforce. If you mention all these things now, then it will take more than 300 words, but you have to memorize all this concept in not more than 150 words, because they will ask you in 10 marker question. And you have to make such type of diagrams and make this graph, make this flow chart. Once you make this flow chart now, then each and everything will become very simple when you revise the concept. So this is all about introduction, body and conclusion. Now in conclusion, what we will write? In conclusion, we will write, in the present society like India में रहते हैं सब लोग. So in the present society like India, each and everything is changing. We are not in a developed nation. In developed nation, each and everything is much more stable than our developing nation. So in conclusion, we will write it. In developed nation, mechanistic organization is good for the developed nation. But in India, where each and everything is changing, organic organization is best suited for India. So organic organization is best for India in the present context. So organic organization in India. So this is all about your formal organization of workforce, in which we will discuss the introduction, David Silverman, and the concept of Max Weber. Then the body, in which we will discuss Burns and Stucker, and in third part we will discuss the conclusion part. So your topic is over, formal organization of workforce. In the next lecture we will discuss informal organization of workforce. Okay, informal organization of workforce, and then we will compare the concept of formal organization of workforce and informal organization of workforce together. If I will discuss informal organization of workforce and the comparison between formal and informal, then it will take a very long time. So in nutshell, listen it and just make this flow chart on your copy immediately right now. अभी इसको आप बनाइए and just fit it into your brain. And such type of diagrams, flow chart will make you have to write such name, David Silverman, Burns and Stucker. ये सब आप लिखोगे, then it will fetch you a very good marks. So in Power IAS we will provide you how to approach the topic, each and every topic, and how to write in the exam. People will ask me, sir please कैसे होगा, कैसे पढ़े, क्या करें? The phenomena is very simple. Take out each and every topic of sociology, each and every topic, and just make such flow chart, diagrams, make some content over each and every topic. At least write some introduction. If there will be the question on simply formal organization, if your introduction is clear, then you will get very good marks. But people are confused what to write in introduction itself. They don't know even. People will simply write anything in introduction. They will define in their own manner. That is required in GS, not in sociology. In sociology, you have to write each and everything with reference group a concept hai, with reference to some thinkers. So this topic is clear. In the next lecture, we will discuss informal organization of workforce and comparison between formal and informal organization of workforce. Thank you so much.